It's another beautiful day on this planet that I don't know the name of, but it's a lovely planet. And welcome, hello, and welcome everyone to another episode of Happy Tactics, where we are playing Satisfactory. And I've been doing some things off cameras. I'm excited to show everyone, but there it is over there. There is my train station. And I'm very excited. I've been tweaking some things. I think it's working a little better than it was before. And you can notice those bins down there, sorting out some materials and bringing them. Here's the big news. Look at this. Bringing them down here into a beautiful new playground. That's right. I finally put a third floor onto my little factory. And look at all this space. I should have done this before. Look at all this room for new activities and all kinds of fun things. It's a lot of fun. And so, yeah, I did that. You know, I don't know what it is about this game, but originally I just sort of, in order to figure things out, I kind of play wide, I guess. I just want to spread it all out. But it does make sense to have floors for certain things. So I'm experimenting a little bit more with that. And so I got a lot going on. I've got some things I need to clean up down here too, because I started trying to make some of those components so I could work towards phase 3 here and get that done. But maybe I should start over here with the train station here. We'll do some cleaning up later on. Love the jetpack. Oh my gosh, that's such a game changer. I can't remember how I did the early stuff. So what I've got, you know, I've got my train station here. I think I more or less have figured out how to get my goods from the different sites around the map to the train station. And so my little chugga chugga choo choo thing is working his way around. I don't know, is he down here now? I don't know where he is. Oh, there's a train station. I don't know where your icon is for a train. Is that the train? I think that's the train. So working their way around. We should probably see it come around pretty soon here and dropping things off. And so what I unlocked, just doing some more research, because I hadn't been spending enough time getting the research done, these guys, these smart splitters. And I'm not sure if I've quite figured them out yet. I mean, they're very simple in some ways. You just say, hey, what do I want to go right? What do I want to go to left? And then what do I want to go into the center? And the way I've been doing this is basically mixing all this output, because sometimes, because of the way I built my train station, the cars of the train will have mixed goods, and they'll end up mixed inside these little things. And I'm sure I could just do that better, but that's okay. I don't mind. It's kind of, it makes it a little more interesting, because now I have these mergers just bringing it all together, and then these sorters are the ones that are actually putting it into the bins. And I have these awesome, like Mark V sorters that just things just go flying by. It's crazy. They go so fast in there. And the reason I have them so fast is every once in a while I feel like, and I'm not sure if there's a limitation on this, something will get backed up. And I guess if something doesn't get sorted into the bin quick enough, it can actually make its way through, even though you've got a filter on it. I don't know. I was ending up with like plastic down here, even though clearly I say, hey, send all plastic to the right, and it wouldn't do that. And I'm not sure why, because originally I had this with everything was a Mark V belt, and it was crazy how fast it was going. So basically what I end up with is I have these, you know, storage containers getting all the stuff as it makes its way down this little line. And this is sort of my overflow bin. So even though, you know, these things should be sorted out earlier, I'm just getting a little bit of stuff here. So it's made things work for me. Oh, is that my train? Oh, see you later. Chugga chugga. You're doing great work. So yeah, so that's what I have there. And then I have them, because I feel like for all the recipes that I'm going to do up there, I really need a very clean input. And so I have all of these things coming up here. A little spaghetti, but again, I don't mind. It's fine. You know, different ways of playing the game. It's my first playthrough. I'm doing a lot of things wrong. It's kind of colorful, though. It's kind of neat to see that. And so it comes around here, and what I wanted was something at least somewhat picturesque. And so I built this. Yes, I know. I'm going to fix that later. But I built this nice little concrete kind of, well, back in my engineering days, we'd call that a cantilever beam. And so this is just this giant unsupported thing. It's very cool looking. And actually, it's really neat when the train comes through there, because I wanted something that's, it's the high point, and I wanted to bring stuff over, but I didn't, had to get it over my train line. And so I started experimenting with other things. I was dropping things down there and trying to build things down here, but it just didn't feel right. So I just like, let's just do this. So what I've got down here is sort of my my little boom factory, where I'm taking some of my ore. I turned off, you know, the factory about over here that was that I'm keeping, you know, down here, making some of the parts for an earlier phase. And so I'm just sending a ton of iron ore up here so I can make a bunch of explosives. And I'm not worried about efficiency because honestly, how many explosives? I mean, don't know how many I'm going to need. I mean, I like to throw them around, don't get me wrong, but honestly, I don't think I need any more than 100 on me at any moment. It just uses up too much slots. And I like this view, by the way, this cutout. So I'm going to try to figure out ways to make little cutouts so I can see what's going on down there and see that things have stopped down there. I don't know, nothing's using the copper coils. So yeah, so the plan today, there's more to show, actually. There's more to show. This thing right here. I do have to clean up some things down here, so this gives me a good excuse to do that. This was originally where I think I was storing, yep, there is one little, whatever that thing's called. This thing, I don't even know what that does, but I don't want to waste it, so whoops, yep, whoop, there we go. Okay, gonna get rid of some of this stuff and some of these things, and don't see anything else. And some of these motors, those are pretty valuable, actually. But I want to start moving things up to the 3rd floor. Get a proper input, cleaning up things a little bit. So it's a little bit of a cleanup episode, I guess. But I don't mind. I'm throwing away all these motors. You know what? I hope I'm not throwing them away because they're kind of a hassle to make, to be honest. But I'm not quite sure what I'll do here because I'm not sure where I'm going to take this. But let me just throw all the motors back in here. Hopefully I rescued all of them. Or a significant number of them. Probably not. It looks like I ran out, and then they just sort of disappear sometimes. I'm sure that I have so many of these things just lying around, and I have to keep, they just kind of hang around for a while. But I have to say, this thing is a lot of fun. Who needs stairs? I know it's ridiculous, but again, I'm just playing this game just to be crazy. I was thinking, well, I can unlock some stairways and make something very cool, but just whoop. I love that. That is so much fun. So I'm definitely going to keep that. So that's just a blast. That's a fun way to get up here. But basically, I think what I want to do is, so I've got this platform. I'm not going to take it apart just yet because who knows what's going to spill over there. It gives me a little work area, at least to play with some ideas before we do that. But what I think I really want to do in this episode is get the manufacturers up and running. So I feel like I can start to actually make the things I need to make. So probably need to cover this up just so that I feel like I've got everything's figured out the way I want it to. Oops. There we go. So I have all the room that I want, and then I can deal with aesthetics later, although I honestly have been saying that the entire game. But let's see. And it's because, you know what, I'm going to focus on phase 3 right now. But if I put down one of these big old chunky manufacturers, what am I missing? Oh, motors? Oh, because I threw them all down there. See, that's why I need to. Are they down here? Or no? Oh, they're down on the 1st floor. Maybe I think there's some wisdom in maybe having sort of a, again, thinking later on, but some kind of centralized column in your structure. That might be kind of an interesting way of doing it. But yes, I'm gonna build a manufacturer, and again, I don't know why, it's just so much fun. It's so ridiculous. So let me just throw one down, just so I can get a sense of what I need. So I'm not thinking about placement right now. I'm just looking at the recipes. Because I want to work on a modular engine. That's actually pretty easy, because you need a motor, which I'm making some downstairs very slowly. Rubber, which I got tons of, and smart plating, which I have another assembler with that. So that should be pretty straightforward to get these cranking out. The one that's going to be a trickier, actually, is whatever this adaptive control unit is. Because if you look at this, we need automated wiring. I guess you can see it right here, right? You got automated wiring, which looks like it requires an assembler. Then you got this, which requires an assembler, plastic and copper sheeting, comes with that. But this guy requires another manufacturer, a heavy modular frame, which again, I've got everything, but I think I'm going to have to start mass producing. What are those I-beams that are sort of like reinforced, and then a computer, which also requires a manufacturer and requires these guys. So not only do I need these guys for this, I need these guys in here. So it's like, oh boy, this might be the era of making computerized stuff. So we'll see. Interesting, it doesn't require wiring. Just a lump of plastic and copper. I guess that's all there is to one of those. So, but again, we want to start with the simplest one first, I think. So I'm going to just put it here. Again, tweaking will come later, but I don't think I require anything other than what I'm already producing a couple floors below. So maybe I want to have this guy. Again, let me just take one last look at what he requires again for this. Whoops. So modular engine, motors downstairs, rubber. Okay, so all that's coming from the left-hand side. So I think I might build that over here. Is it the best possible place? Probably not. But hey, what am I? Who knows? Oh gosh, I'm having some trouble with my fingers, apparently. So let's see what happens here. Again, as a prototype here, and if it makes sense to have more than what's coming, I like to give a little space because man, 4 inputs, that's crazy. Although this one only requires 3, so I'm gonna just go ahead and click this over. So this is what I want to make. I need motor, rubbers, and smart plating. So rubber, I'm getting right. It's kind of neat to be able to see this. Rubber getting right here. Motors are coming from down below, and there's my smart plates. So what I can do here is literally just take that off. Don't need that. Don't need this. Might as well try to keep clean here. Take that guy too. And let's get these smart plating. Whoopie-doo! Smart plates need to come straight up, so I can build that right here, presumably. Let me just do, and I can upgrade later. But right now, what I'm thinking about is, where are you? Logistics, right? Oh, there you go. Mark II. I'll stick with the Mark II for now, because honestly, I think those are coming out as. I mean, I'm future-proof a little bit, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna ever be that good. Okay, so I need that like that. Can I hold that line? Oh, I guess I can if I hit control, right? Ugh, no, not easily. I want this off the side, or maybe I can do clipping. Oh, I guess it doesn't. It does a little bit. Okay, why is that? Okay, that's considered clipping, huh? All right, whatever. We'll fix the details later. Let's get the big ideas first, so I can get that gratification of, you know, seeing things get built. Where's my little vacuum cleaner? There we go. Woo-doo! Reminds me back of the old days. Oh, darn it. I always do that. Reminds me back of the old days when I remember going to the banks back when, you know, when I was a kid, and they actually had those little tubes. They still do, I'm sure, but I swear, I have such a hard time figuring out the, okay, yes, right? I'm thinking I wish there was just an easier way of doing this. There we go, maybe? Getting the proper perspective on that, I'm sure, is just take some time, and I can build little lookout towers. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Is that where I need it to be? It's gonna work for right now. I'll straighten up things later. Perfect. So that should start sending the smart plates in. And then I need rubber. That's easy. Motors. Let's get motors next, because motors are, is that a first floor thing? Yeah, because this is all just like my basic components, but oddly enough, more advanced stuff is coming down below, which again, probably not the best way to do this. And my motors were coming in here, and they are not at all efficient. So I'm going to see where my bottleneck is, and let me see if I can optimize my motor here. So what are you lacking? Rotors are taking forever, it looks like. You got more than enough stators. I imagine you're the same thing. Okay, so my rotor production is hurting. And let's see why. Probably because I just have one assembler working on rotors. And I even have it's idle. Why is it idle? Am I off? No, I'm not off. Oh, that's my stators. Never mind. The rotors are coming from, I just assumed that thing looked like a rotor, but you're right, it's a stator. Oh, it's off because it's not getting what it needs. The rotors are manufactured upstairs. That's interesting. Where? I have to remind myself of where. Oh, I had it sorting here. That's why. Because these guys, that's part of what it is. This guy needs a rotor. It's got a lot of them, but it needs one to make the smart plates. But the other one, I guess, also needs rotors, but it does it much easier. Okay, that's why I had to split that. Boy, that is the complicated. Now that comes down. Whoa, over here. Rotors, none in storage, and they're all coming from this one guy. So, yeah, you need some help, buddy. You need some help. You got everything you need. I could crank up your speed. Because it looks like, are you getting, no, you're not getting enough. Oh, the screws. It's always coming down to the screws, isn't it? And I have a dedicated guy making the screws right now. I tell you what, what's funny though, is I have ridiculous numbers of screws. So what I need to do is figure out a way to divert the screws so that they're coming in strong for this guy. Is this guy making my screws? No, he's making the rotor and he needs more screws. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an executive decision and say, you know what, I have enough stinking screws on that other side of the whatever I was manufacturing with. And so I know you guys, anyone who's watching this is just like, does he mean it to look like that? Look, I'm just playing a game here, man. I'm just playing, it's just a game. But I'm gonna get better at this. So what I want to do is supplement this guy's screws, right? Because he's coming in. Look at that. I've got him cranking them out as fast as his little heart can go. But it's just not going to be enough because this thing constructs 25, so 100 per minute, and that's a lot of screws. So let's get that happening with this guy. Was it this guy is making my screws? Okay, so we need him to join up over here. Should I redesign the whole thing? Probably. Am I going to? It's too bad I got the rods there. I guess it makes sense, but I don't have what it takes for that. But what I could do is, let's see if I could do some kind of squeeze a little merger in here. It's going to make some people angry. That's how I work. I anger people with my inefficiencies. But you know what? It's all right. Let's see. This is going to come out here. That's fine. I'm cool with that. And probably not going to need anything more than Mark 1. What do you think? The magic of yeah, it's not going to. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to move you and this guy. So let's see. What do I want to do? If I put him here, actually, that would be much more convenient in a way, right? If I put him here, I just have to do a little leapfrog with this one and then change some things around with this one. So let's see. We'll put him. I got a lot more room. I think I had something here a while back. But let's see. Production. And maybe what I need really is to make. I really need 2 constructors, don't I? I mean, when I get right down to it, but I don't think I can make enough screws that way. I mean, this is how I feel like you find out what you need a dedicated like thing for. What you need a dedicated. Because you don't know this until you play the game. Like, oh, I guess I'm going to need a lot of these things. Like, you don't know that. You do know that you got to put it in the right direction. I played the game enough to know that now. But again, let's see. I mean, I can move this thing. I think I will. I'll just remember this is the track that is taking me. So I'm going to need to rethink this. So maybe what I'll do is I'll pause the camera, because this can't be terribly exciting to watch. And then I'll get my little setup here going, and then we'll take a look at how it works. Okay, I think we got something going on. Is it the perfect setup? I don't think so. But at least I have now 2 assemblers working on this thing, and I think they're getting pretty well supplied. It ain't perfect because, man, I'm short on those screws. And you know what? I think it's because this guy, one of the screw factory things I have is kind of overpowered. But again, they're always limited by the supply lines, and I feel like even though I got tons of these rods coming in, I'm not sure. Maybe I need to divert. Maybe these guys aren't making the rods fast enough, and that's my problem. Because they're doing it 15 per minute, but this guy needs 25 per minute. So maybe what I can do is, I've got tons of, I never overclock it, which I hear overclocking and really underclocking is kind of the way to go. So maybe that's what I need to do. Do I have a little, yeah, I got these guys. Oh, I don't have any, what's something cheap? Throw that away. I might as well make myself a couple of the little thingamabobs. Too many names for the things in this. Not enough space in inventory, huh? You're right. You're right. I kind of like AI limiters. I don't need the cable as much, but I'll do this. If I overclock the screws, again, it might just be just what I need. I just ran through a ladder. Let's see. I don't even know where I am anymore. I'm on the 3rd floor, right? No. I'm on the second floor. Yeah. Sparks and everything. Boy, if you step away from the game for a little bit, it can be pretty darn confusing to come back to where you need to be. But yes, I feel like this one, see, it's idle, waiting for that. But I think this is my one that's overclocked. Yeah, it is. But I think it's overclocked, but waiting for, and that's the rods. And then this one needs to be getting in. Oh, it's got tons of rods. So that's interesting. I have one that doesn't get enough rods and one that has too much. So there I was thinking like, I think I solved it. I think I got something. But it's because this guy's not producing rods fast enough. So maybe what I need to do is overclock to this guy. Or maybe that's what I even said. If I can get, maybe that's what I was thinking. There we go. 22.5. That's pretty darn good. That'll get him a lot. I think otherwise this guy's okay. It just takes time. Rods are good. Starts constructing. But I don't think we can get this guy 100 screws per minute. Looking back on all of this, probably what I'd want to do more than anything would be to, maybe I do need to overclock my screw manufacturing. Yeah, it looks like it's a little shy. Wouldn't hurt. I got the gear. I can do it. He's got all that he needs. Let's bring this production rate up to zinc, 60 per minute. That's a little better. We'll see. I'm not even paying attention to my power needs anymore because I keep turning things off. But yeah, I got ridiculous power. It's kind of absurd because half my stuff's off, I think. So what that's going to do is maybe get these stators, but I could definitely see the need for. Oh, see, there's some rods that aren't going anywhere, but into this guy, I guess. So I guess I could. Looking back, so many changes I would make, but that's okay, because that's part of the fun, I think. So what that's going to do, I hope, is given enough time, that will make the motor thing a little bit better, because what I'm trying to do, if I remind myself, is to get rubber here and motors here. So I've got the smart plating here. As soon as I power it up, let me see what I can do to get rubber's already there, and so let me just make a quasi-efficient line. Oh, it's on the first floor, that's right. To get this going, however many motors. And I'm just going to have to deal with whatever I can happen to manufacture, because these guys are just waiting on parts. But there's one. One motor at a time. So I think to make this efficient-ish is I would want to have it somewhere right around here, I guess, right? Maybe on this side. And then I'll just bring it over there, kind of leapfrog it into there. I guess I could do it somewhere like here, but this will be closer. You know, because again, I don't know how much I need to make these things that I'm dedicating stuff to. That's kind of the tricky bit, right? Because you don't know exactly. How do I get that to match this plane? Do I have to build some temporary... I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm just going to have to take a stab at this. Maybe I need to do that upstairs. Let me do it upstairs and come down to the... Ooh, man. Ooh, I love that. It feels like I'm doing acrobatics. So yes, so let me go over here and roughly approximate what I need here down to the first floor. And I'll just deal with it. I'll just deal with it down there. So let's try something like this. And binky dinky. And I don't know why they don't ever line up, but whatever, I guess. Okay, so if that's the case, let me look down, whoops, down here and see. Oh, I hurt myself. So this is my motors. I need to make them run over here. I could have done it a little higher, but it's fine. I'll just build myself a little, I'll figure this out later, but I'll build myself a little stackable thing there. I'll get over that line. And then I won't need anything more than a Mark I for this job. It's one of those. Okay, over there. See something more at a right angle. That's, I guess, appealing. Come on, why is that? What am I bumping into that you don't like? All right, all right. So we'll take that up there. And then I will make everyone dizzy who's watching this video by hopping up here. And then hopefully, if I did things correctly, I'll start getting motors? Maybe? Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's see. And then motors here. And then I will, yeah, okay. Those are the smart... There we go. Okay. So now, finally, let's send these guys into here. You be working on that. And the last thing is rubber, which, again, is a little tricky because I don't want to mess up these supply lines, but I think that's just the way we're going to have to do this, is come out here a little bit, give some room for that, I guess, because I don't know how... Yeah, we'll do it this way, and then at some later date, I will make something a little bit better, a little more efficient. But I might also split all these lines because, of course, I want to do this in a more efficient way. I want to maybe make 2 of these. So we'll see. I got an extra line there to bring this up. Yeah, I can bring power up from this. And then might as well get it running. It's got all the stuff. And then, of course, in the front, I would love to have 2 of these. So I might do that. Let's see, because that might be a little bit easier to do. So production, manufacturer. Again, hard to find the sweet spot. I'd love it to be right next to it. All right, and then what am I hitting? I keep accidentally hitting the button. Okay, so then that gives me a chance to have splitters here. So let me maybe let this guy fill up and get to work. But then I'm going to have splitters on all of these, and then bring them over here. So to start with, you makes an obvious place would be again a little tricky, and you have to have some come high and come low. And one thing I've seen that I think that I've tried before that kind of works is something like this to get over top stuff. Is there a better way? Oh, you know there's a better way. There's always a better way. But let me see what I can do if I can take some of this. And so this needs to be rubber. I need to have a splitter up there. So maybe I can split right in front. Can I put a splitter on that? I guess that's weird because I might have more need for that. We'll start like this. And then, what were you in line with? You said you were in line, but you're in line with something. Oh, this thing. Oh, I leave these things all over the place. All right, let's try that again. And I'd rather have the splitter be in line with this thing, I guess, than anything else. Maybe not. Maybe I'd rather have it in line with this thing. So we'll do this. And then we will get conveyor belts here. That's rubber going in. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Yeah, it doesn't like that at all. So we might have to rethink that. Good thing you don't have infinite resources. You do have infinite resources. Okay, let me work out something because I'd love to cap this off at the end of the episode. Let me work on this for a sec. Okay, there it is, folks. I'm not proud of it. It's a little wonky. Trying to get all of them where it needs to be, not the best efficient thing. But I do have 2 manufacturers now. They're making my little whatever those things are for the space elevator. So I'm going to probably play around with optimizing these things, see if I can get it. You know, it's going to take a while. It is going to take a while. But at least I got to a point where things are sort of working slightly better than before. That's where I needed it to be. And we're working closer and closer towards that completing a phase 3 for the almighty space elevator, which is so darn cool, man. It's so cool looking. But yeah, so that's where we are. So I'm going to probably work a little bit off camera, and then when I see you again, hopefully, I don't know. I'm hoping we can make this phase 3 thing happen and unlock the next tier of stuff. I'm excited. One crazy little motor gizmo at a time. we're going to get there. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I can't wait to see where else we can take this game. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Happy Tactics.